And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green are the forward set. Curry is out there with Livingston, and it's Ezeli in at the center position.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
The kick out to Hill. Indiana moving it around. Brooks, the pass to Mahinmi, and he gets it to go.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner. It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA. That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound-the-rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Now, here is Hill after the miss from Stephen Curry. Brooks kicks to Miles. There's the pick. Pass to Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Feeds it to Hill. Pulls up. That one off the back iron and out. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
The three from Hill. Shot is off. Curry with a wide open look. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of the spring. Now with more and more freshmen. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. And Brooks subbed in for Ty Lawson. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. And it's Ezeli in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Indiana making some changes. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And George Hills subbed in for Ellis. Curry against Brooks. 13 feet away. Again, the miss by Brooks. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State last season. David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Shot's good. Brooks has got his first basket of the night. There's 1:40 left now here in the second. Curry with it. He's picked up by Hill. Curry kicks to Thompson. Now here's Curry. 35 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line. And I really always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor. And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Brooks dishes to Mahinmi. Rebound by Iguodala.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Pacers trail by 7. Brooks kicks to Mahinmi. Outside Hill. The feed to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Mahinmi's got his second bucket tonight. It's stolen by Hill. This is to Brooks. There's the 3. The rebound by Ezeli. Iguodala kicks to Green. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And how good has he been at the line?
He sure has been. I mean, you could tell that he had that nice rhythm right from the start. Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up. He's having a great game at the free throw line, Kevin. His hot streak continues.
And so we conclude.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with a second.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half. We're not...
The second half just about to get going here.
Terrific game for Green. 18 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their...
Indiana making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. And Brooks subbed in for George Hill. And then for Golden State, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Varejao comes in for Green, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. Brooks, he's in at point guard. Hill is out there with Paul George. Then there's Ellis, and it's Mahinmi in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
And George kicks to Mahinmi. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And, Greg, I've got to admit to you, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. They've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something else you'd like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Outside Hill. Here's Brooks. Great D that time from Curry. Warriors leading by 3. Kicks it to Barnes. Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson inside the line. And again, no good by Golden State.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And that one's good, Ellis.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Curry passes to Thompson. He feeds it to Ezeli. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Curry can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Stephen Curry. Well, he holds the reins to this team, and we're seeing some examples, guys.
And that's the kind of take-charge leadership that every team desperately needs.
And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Green dishes to Clark. His three-pointers off the mark. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Ellis outside. Brooks from outside. And Miles kicks to Brooks. And the pass to Hill. With 2 seconds left. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Hill's got 5 points so far. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Pacers out in front. They lead by 3. And the Warriors making a change here. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Harrison Barnes is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Iguodala in at the 3, the small forward.
How about Bogut doing a good job setting that screen?
To the middle. It's stolen by Bogut. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
A 3 off the inbound. Can't connect. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W.
Andre.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.